All still to come. Good morning. 90 years after the end of the First World War, the Queen will today lead the annual Remembrance Sunday service.
Thousands of veterans will pay their respects at the Cenotaph in Whitehall. Last night, the Queen attended a tribute at the Royal Albert Hall.
There was a prominent role this year for the Territorial Army, marking its 100th anniversary. Alongside the veterans and the serving troops were two civilians who know all too well the pain of war. Naomi and Kate Whitaker are the mother and sister of Private Joe Whitaker, a reservist killed in Afghanistan.
I had a visit from two men and a police lady, and I guessed that something terrible had happened. And I said, "Please tell me it's not Joe." And he said, "I'm sorry."
44 servicemen and women have lost their lives since the last festival was held. Those recently returned from Iraq and Afghanistan took pride of place.
At the going down of the sun and in the morning, we will remember them.
After all the pomp and circumstance, the bands were quiet, and thousands of poppies fell from the roof of the Albert Hall in absolute silence. Andy Moore, BBC News.
Well, Daniela Ralph is at the Cenotaph in Whitehall, where Britain's major remembrance service will be held this morning. Good morning to you, Daniela. Today's commemoration, today's service is as important as ever.
Yes, an extremely poignant day as ever, and this is very much the focus of national remembrance here on Whitehall in central London, but perhaps an element of added poignancy this year because there is going to be this additional service on Tuesday here on Whitehall, specifically designed to mark the end of World War I, the armistice, then led by 3 of the 4 surviving British World War I veterans. So an added dimension to remembrance this year, perhaps slightly beyond what we normally see here on Remembrance Sunday. But as for today, of course, events led by the Queen, the start of the 11 a.m. 2-minute silence, triggered by the chimes that we will hear from Big Ben. Various members of the royal family will lay wreaths here, including the Duke of Edinburgh, Prince Charles and Prince William, who is, of course, a serving army officer himself. He will switch across to the RAF in the new year, and it is actually the RAF who will lead the march past that we see up here through Whitehall. More than 8,000 servicemen and women taking part then, and the RAF leading the march past because it is their 90th anniversary this year. And also taking part in that march past for the first time will be the Northern Ireland Veterans Association. They've not actually had a formal role before, but they will be taking part this year.
Daniela Ralph, thank you.